executioner shot hard.
The pussy cough.
What?
But yeah, alright, so all of you are presumably at the speakeasy. Let's see, who is there? Probably definitely the old men. They don't go anywhere else. Definitely the barkeep. He kind of, runs the place as much as it is a business of any sort.
Someone has to.
Yeah. Probably Frau Celia's here too. She kind of, also lives here for now. And so when are you guys meeting up here actually?
10 o'clock-ish, I guess.
So like in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's the only people here. The other people have work.
I'm gonna have
The
to
Jew and
tap
the
out
Turk
right now. I
wagon.
Yeah,
can't-
no worries. I'll do the old men.
Fuck
Sorry
off,
about
Not my
bud.
first time. Yeah. Alright, over the course of however long the lot of you shamble in, none of you got particularly much sleep, presumably, since you spent all night running across London. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. The rest of you, I don't know about that.
I was tired enough that I just passed out. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't fucking, get my face seen. I'm chilling. Didn't you crush a dude's skull?
Hold on. Yeah.
No, that was not me.
That was not him. That was Cappy.
That was Loria because well, yeah.
You go, girl. Slay.
Wait, oh right, yeah, you fucking just stepped on a man.
Yeah, I stepped on him until his fucking head stopped.
Yeah,
And then also set fire to the place.
That's probably on the news.
The newspaper.
Yes.
actually, you
They
know
had a
what?
radio.
You know what? Stephen Harding is also here.
Which one was the radio operator?
The radio maker.
Radio
she is-
maker?
Yes,
Okay.
she builds radios.
Okay. So she would probably not be here.
She does not have a proper working schedule, but she nonetheless does work during the day. Most of these people have better things to do at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we walk
So
in.
yeah, so as in whatever order you stumble in or walk in without being just absolutely demolished after yesterday,
on the couch.
yeah, you see that the old men are talking it's their usual banter. They're not but they are they look a bit Salee looks relatively happy. He's pretty chuffed about the situation. You're not sure about Sava. You're not sure that he can, but he looks definitely. He is frowning less than he usually does, so you assume that he's also pretty chuffed about what's going on. Harding is not. Harding is very animated and is quite upset with the both of them, and kind of also in their usual argument. BRB.
Chuffed
Damn.
beef din din for dog.
I'm just eating.
Oh yeah, I saw Chuff B. Din Din getting posted in a server where I've never posted it before.
What?
That's
Vice President
impressive.
place?
I have no idea. but I'm about to find out.
Correct.
Fuck yeah, send a photo.
Surely you remember Chuff B. Din Din.
For
No.
dog.
Do you remember B for dog?
Of course I remember B for dog, but
Oh,
do
that's
you
so
know?
good.
But do you remember sub riceberry rice?
Yes.
Did you order the sub riceberry rice?
Of course.
Please tell us how it goes.
I like my chuff beat
Ch-
on top
Chuff-
of raspberry rice.
Chef B Din Din for dog is an image that I had made off of a no-name can.
Yeah.
It is in text.
Yes.
I made
but-
it like in 2016, was it?
Something
Actually,
like that.
I can check the metadata for the image.
Properties.
2018.
Yeah. B for dog was made on the same day.
Yeah. It was
Um,
not me who made that one.
But yeah. You see the old men, they're having a grand old time. Harding is not having a grand old time. And assuming any of you are listening in, you're pretty sure that the source of the problem is that there's new bodies in the morgue.
You did it! Yay! Not my fault.
Why is he upset? Like job
More work.
security.
What do you mean job security?
That's
Harding
an
is
entire
not a
house of
fucking
people dead
mortician.
just for him.
He's not a mortician.
It's
Yes.
literally a mortician. It literally says mortician right there.
Harding is literally a mortician. Yeah, that's where we woke up.
Listen.
He was
he
about to do an autopsy.
Yeah.
Listen, just because a man with a knife is holding you over a table does not mean he's a licensed mortician.
He took off our clothes. He gave us the job.
In fact,
This is not-
I think on his I think on his coat it said mortician, but we gave us the job.
Listen, if I go stick a fucking side,
But yeah. The general gist of that is that Harding is upset that because of their bet, multiple people had to die, and the two old men literally do not understand what's wrong with that.
They didn't
I-
have to die, but they
I
did.
do not see anything wrong with that personally.
Technically, me and Jonathan have no idea anyone has died because of your actions.
Well, I mean,
This was
know
a
that-
great success.
You definitely know
now.
now.
You know.
And yeah, now I
Well,
know.
this is when you react in character.
Yeah.
Harding storms out. He is gone.
What did you guys do?
I blame this entirely
So
on
Seth,
Mr. Alexander.
so Seth, generally a man did this.
We have won a great religious victory.
I think I am in favor
to
of
clean this up.
genociding Catholics now.
The
Fucked
first fight of the new crusade fell in our favor.
Funny enough, Kane.
It's in your favor.
Funny enough, Kane. The two homeless people that I brought with me were actually not at fault.
That's impressive.
You say this not at fault, as if one did not actively try and hammer a man's head in while he was sleeping.
It could
He
have
was a
been
cult
just
leader.
one. It could have just been the one. But
He
you
deserved
didn't let
it.
it happen.
It
Yeah,
was
Yes,
not
absolutely.
necessary.
Did you even see any of this?
It was. Hold on.
Not only did he deserve it, he was asking for it.
He was asking for it by fucking laying in his bed. What?
Yeah.
By being a cult leader. technically. No
Yeah.
offense. No, I
He
look
was-
around the room and I go, no offense.
He
But he
was
wasn't
laying in
clear.
his bed, paganly.
Paganly laying in his bed. You know you're a pagan to me, right?
I take offense to this.
I hope that you sleep close to me next time around, and let's see who plays hammer roulette.
I would go sleep
Seth,
next to each
you're
other.
the only one in danger.
I
It
don't
seems that
know
everyone
about-
was pretty much pro killing this dude. I don't know. I feel like I'm in danger of having a good show.
the only thing. Listen, they were in favor. Oh, okay, listen, Jonathan. So the thing is, we were infiltrating. We were supposed to grab the axe and fucking skedaddle. Then he had a brilliant idea once we were in the head priest's office where the axe was
Cult leader.
to bash the head priest's head in
Mhm,
with a hammer while he was sleeping. This
mhm.
priest, mind you, not only
Had
I
an evil
tried to
axe in his
stop
room.
him. I tried to stop him, and we missed, right? And thankfully, no one hit anything. Not a sound was heard. He was starting to wake up, but we could have grabbed the axe and ran. Then he decided to hit him for a second time. He hit him. The cult leader fucking started screaming like all hell upon being hit by a hammer, waking up the entire chapel.
Well, it sounded like he
Well-
he would have woken up the moment you touched the hammer because he
He-
did. So that's
he
on you,
actually
bud.
woke up. He actually woke
Touch
up
the
as soon as we
hammer?
touched the axe.
Yeah, that's on you, bud.
Which he was like psychically attuned to, from what I could see. And
Psychically
it had
attuned.
antlers on it. Do you guys know what's up with that?
Oh, yeah, actually, we do. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
a bit spooky, honestly, but not terribly.
Well, Jonathan, you know exactly what this is now, right? Listen, Seth, we learned a lot.
For reference, the axe is like right there, like just next to the two old men's table.
Oh, they said they keep.
That's
Yeah, but, like,
fantastic.
it's still there.
It's
For those of you that didn't get the description the first time around, it's an
It's-
axe. It's like a giant double-headed axe, except the axe blades are elongated to make it look a bit more like a cross. And then, it's got the antlers.
interesting. So, Jonathan, you recognize what this is, right? Yes, but it's also the thing we were explained what. God.
Are we handing in the axe?
You might as well.
already handed in the
Oh,
axe. Like,
before
they
we-
have it. It's next to their
You can
table.
go talk to them.
So,
I mean,
Before-
At
Can I
this,
walk up?
At this point, they're just listening to all y'all.
Can I
Okay,
walk up
wait,
and be
wait,
like,
Mr.
so how was
Harfield.
that? Was that worth the amount of money that we agreed
Okay,
upon?
hold on for a second. Mr. Harthy, don't forget you have that meeting with the homeless individual, I guess.
I'm also happy to report that riceberry rice is apparently just sticky rice with coconut and corn for some reason.
I have a feeling that I'll find him
Corn?
when I need to.
Corn.
He also told you where to find him.
Yeah, exactly. He told you.
Yeah.
Okay, we met a saucy homeless individual who offered to take the axe off our hands and bring it here. We didn't trust him, but he did later say where Harthy could find him. I assume that individual is tied to Bosk, but we're not certain. He disappeared magically after entering a ditch like a homeless person.
Fascinating.
I don't know, dude. Homeless people enter ditches all the time and disappear. I don't know if it was magical or just regular.
The way he
Anyway,
looked
about the payment.
reminded me of me, homeless.
This is true. They were both wearing nothing but gray coats.
Well, I think we should accept our payment if that is. It's and get on with it.
Let's
Hey,
get back to
Jew.
the payment.
If Seth, if you keep talking, I will give you the knowledge that I've learned that I'm unhappy that I've learned. Ooh, Kane learned something that he's unhappy about. Surprising.
Not like it's been his entire job this time.
Jonathan, do I tell them?
I can plug my ears if you want to tell Seth.
I clog.
Yeah.
Fine.
Alright, I turn towards the old men. So,
Well.
how was... Yeah.
Yes. If you're done,
I turn to the two old men, or rather Alexander Welsher does.
Yeah.
Brothers, we have won a great religious victory tonight.
You know this is a Jew in the Turk. They are
Well,
not your
it was
brothers.
definitely a conquest. I don't
Yes.
think I have had this much fun reading a newspaper probably in at least a decade now. Actually, no. Since 18. Yeah, 1918, you know. The Worm War.
The
Oh.
Worm War?
Yeah, I'm getting an answer. Out of character. He's just, just not gonna acknowledge that.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. Here, as promised, £4 plus 5 for a damn good show. Or not plus 5, plus 1 for a damn good show. 5 in total. And you get a crisp £5 banknote.
Nice.
Well, to me, to me, I literally,
Not the Catfield, no,
I got-
please.
I got this fucking.
He's kind of just reaching. He's kind of just like reaching it out. So you decide
Yeah,
on
I
who
grab it.
grabs it.
I grab it.
Okay, I guess
I grab
Larkin
it.
grabs it.
I did it. I did it. Sir.
I grab it with enlightenment.
I grab
I
it.
grab it with lantern.
Careful, don't rip it now.
I already have it in my fucking pocket.
Yeah, the moment that I notice that Laurie is also reaching for it, I recoil.
Yeah. I guess. Okay. So I guess.
Jonathan, do you
Laurie
have the
gets it
rest?
then.
All right, how much does that make, Jonathan? So I have 5. How much do you guys get?
5.
Okay, that's 10. Yippee!
I'd like to actually ask the bartender something.
Before you do, the what's the face? Salim asks. So I also read the news, and honestly, I didn't expect you to pull anything this drastic off. But they say the entire place burned down on
Let's fucking go. So I am partially responsible.
You did manage to actually take
fireball.
some spoils before then, right?
Yes.
We did. I have
books?
something to show, and I want to show the 3 books I've been keeping in my bag.
1 sec. Let me find the list of what we decided those books are going to be. Okay. Yeah.
The worm face.
So, So you found 3 books. Did anyone else grab anything?
I have found some sacred texts.
I see.
I pulled 2 more
Yeah.
books out of my bag.
Well, you got lucky. You got some Sacrosolus books. That seems right down your alley. And let's see, these 3 books. One of these is in Latin. Looks to just be a Latin Bible. This other one is let's see. Is that Greek? Just pulls out some spectacles, and then just starts laughing.
I am scared and also intrigued.
This is Sherlock Holmes.
In
You pick up a
ancient
Greek Sherlock Holmes book.
I don't know why he had a Greek translation. In England, of all places, he must have brought it in from abroad. But
Wait, hold on. Does Sherlock Holmes, but in Greek, just make him the gay Greek uncle?
well, I think if you didn't ask. And let's see, the third one, he reaches for the 3rd book and then immediately recoils. Um, where were you keeping that book overnight?
In the satchel.
In your person?
No, it's close, but not like on my person overnight. No.
You may need a new satchel.
Excuse me.
As as a little bonus for the fine work that you've done, I'm going to warn you that this book
Actively
let me
radiation
look up
danger.
what the different varieties of this shit are. Yeah. I don't know, what's the book?
I'm using this, by the way, for the playlist in text.
Yeah, that's the book. So what you have here is a copy of a book called Time of Division.
Hmm.
Not a lot of copies of it floating around. It's a very rare text. I'm surprised they had it. Quite quite interesting for some of you maybe, though I doubt any of you would be able to make any sense of it. It is in a language that I only know the barest amount of. It's in Deep Mandaic. And this particular copy of it is slightly corrupted.
Would this
Let's
increase the
just
value or
so
decrease it?
let's just say that it's not exactly safe to handle as it is. I'll spare you the details, but if you want to keep it, you may want to find some sort of cure for the keeper skin it has.
A what skin?
Keeper skin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He just kind of, grabs like a napkin and just kind of gingerly opens the book.
Hmm.
You see how the there's these splotches on the pages.
Yeah.
These are not supposed to be there. These are actually quite contagious.
Oh.
And he gingerly puts down the book and shoves it away still through the napkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably want to,
Bathe.
you definitely want to check your bag. If you see any splotches that glow in the dark, that would be bad. And, if you want to keep the book, you definitely want to invest in some sort of containment. For
I can't
these
believe-
sorts of things, you probably want to ask Davith.
I can't
Or
believe they
maybe
wrote a
Frau
book in
Celia.
Undark.
Frau Celia probably knows more. Definitely don't bring it back here again. We don't want the other books getting infected.
Ah, okay.
It tends to cling to paper.
Oh, you have other books?
Well, the bookshelf. The bookshelf didn't stop being here.
It's just too advanced for you.
Nobody from the first session here actually tried looking at the bookshelf, though.
And I just
didn't
slowly,
Minty?
I want to sink into the couch and put my hand in my
One second.
hands.
Stop masturbating.
What happened?
What?
I misheard Cappy. I thought they said put my hands in my pants, and I went stop masturbating.
To put my hand, my head in my hands. Hands in the hands.
Hands
Same
in your
thing.
hand.
You know what? That's just clasping your hands. Anyway, can I show them my book that I got? The what was it called? The 108.
He's gone right now.
Oh. Oh, he did fix that
Lack
though.
of rushing. Every time he fixes it, it goes back, Cappy.
I don't know. He closed the blinds one time and then it fixed it and then. What? Make him close the door again, I guess. Close blinds, close the door, put up, like, I don't know, the mattress against the door. Hmm. What a good grandchild.
Thanks.
You okay with it? Did the rice kill you?
More of the rice berry.
Yeah. So how is that berry? Ricey?
Corny.
No,
It's
I'm
not.
No, that's a berry.
no.
Corn is, you know, the berry of rice. There you go.
It's the berry of corn.
Probably bad translation.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they can read English, dumbass. Fucking racist. They can only speak French Canadian.
Alright.
No, that's disgusting.
Are you in
Ish.
Quebec,
No.
Minty? No?
No.
Yeah, then never
Neither
mind. You
Dan nor
shouldn't.
I am in Quebec.
Thank goodness you're free. You're safe.
Yes, Dan literally lives a block from me.
Okay, I'm back. What's up?
So glad you guys are safe from the demons that are French Canadians.
Dan, go DM from Minty's computer.
I don't think that would help.
Dan, go sit on Minty's lap and DM.
I don't
think
even
it would
have a
help.
chair. I'm sitting on a bench.
Minty!
Why do you have a bench in your apartment?
How else is he gonna eat at his Granton table?
Well, can Grandma join in on the voice? Can Grandma voice something?
Actually, back hopefully. Maybe
We're
not.
gonna
We'll
kill
see.
Ghost.
But yeah. So what did I leave off on? I was telling you about how your book has like fucking collection of skin diseases.
Blake Ma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blockades.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
The 108.
Yeah. 108. So 108. Oh, I've got this over here somewhere, right? Yeah. Well, this is actually a commentary, and usually it like obviously if you look at it, it's in English, so you shouldn't have any trouble reading for it. I don't think I've ever read it. Generally though, whenever it is that one of the DeWolfs writes something, it's usually interesting. There's yeah. Hush House has a long history, even before it was a library, and it's always been a place of learning of a sort.
Oh, we learned about that. He spoke of us of how it was a library where the books were kept, but it was burned down.
Oh yeah, no, nasty business that. That's just what happens when you're dealing with the Nocturnals.
Do I want to ask?
Oh, you know, the Suppression Bureau, the Nocturnal branch.
I literally have never actually had a run-in with the Bureau. The school
Yeah, no,
removed me before they...
It's just the old name for the Bureau. They've only recently started calling themselves that.
Bunch of dorks.
Well, everything has to change with the times.
It's, I suppose, to make them seem less arcane and more official.
That was being essentially a mystical, being essentially a occult society under the king was definitely suspicious at the time.
Chairs are expensive.
Hmm?
Chairs are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
No, it's a response to text chat.
I
Yeah.
just fucking made my chair.
But yeah. So yeah, those are some. Those are definitely some interesting books. I'm surprised that they had as much as they did for what turned out to be a cult that sprung up recently. Well, you've definitely earned your money. Even if it is at my expense at the end of the day. It's when you live as long as we do, entertainment is hard to come by.
I suppose that's why death doesn't seem too upsetting. More
No,
so
I
music
agree.
for
It's
you.
pretty funny when people die.
I expected this.
Thank you for the explanation of my book. They saw our face.
Well, I
They
don't
saw
know.
my
It's a
face.
paganism.
They saw Binty's face, and they saw my face, and then, yeah. I mean, I can't just let them live.
Well, I guess the benefit, as much as it's distasteful, it does mean there's not going to be even more people on our trail if everyone
true.
hears.
Well,
We
they
don't need
didn't
more of
all
that.
die.
Oh, fantastic!
Enough
Good
of
job,
them
guys.
Enough of them made them to the news. They said there was yeah. You can read the news yourselves, but they did enough of them did say that there were some thieves that broke in, stole their cross, as much of a cross as it is, and burnt down their new founded monastery. Apparently, they are a monastery now. Said that there were 3 assailants, murdered some people, including their abbot.
Right.
Pagans
Fake
do not
news.
deserve to wear the title of abbot.
All right.
Only
So,
3, you say?
not
Only
to
3?
sound dissuading to the rest of you guys, but I feel like if we ever go anywhere where we might need to speak with some law enforcement, please let me and Jonathan go in first.
I would not let you talk, Jonathan. Yes, you know.
It's incredibly rude.
So wait, were we not burning down the law enforcement too?
No, at least not.
Hey, Jonathan.
Showing up here,
Jonathan.
please don't burn down anything for the Nocturnals. We don't need the trouble. It is
Yes.
such a hassle.
Hey, Jonathan. One question: do you still question the mental stability of Alexander here?
No, I feel like we have a pretty good grounds of what he's at.
I knew what he was going to do immediately.
Burn down the police station.
Yes.
Anyway, do you guys know there's 20 hours in a day?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
Huh? What do you mean 20 hours in a day?
Well, actually, we haven't heard anything of what you guys have done.
I think they're.
Actually, we need to check your guys' stats to see how bad the damage is.
You're welcome, guys.
I'd like to state that
Alright, but that's not fair because you just said there's 20 hours in a day, and I go, wait, what?
Correct. That's.
Yeah, I just misheard you.
Yeah, one sec. Let me. Let me just check what the damage is. Oh, the damage isn't that bad. They'll be fine.
Larry.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Until you try to explain, I don't think that, like, I think they're just, like, when it's coming, I don't think, like, you're an authoritative enough figure for people to, like, particularly believe you when you just say that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, if you start explaining, that's a different story.
Well, during our time looking into getting the money for the what are they called again? Morningstar Company. We had quite the pleasant conversation with the old man. This and that. The important things that he brought up to us is the Hush House and a lot of old deals dealing with old gods. The most interesting thing that stood out to the both of us, though, however, was the fact that he revealed to us that there are only 20 hours in a day.
No, I don't believe jack shit you're saying.
Yeah,
And that's because for my mental
I'm
sanity.
following.
Because
Press
one of
X
those
to dodge.
hours is right there, and I point to the axe.
That's an hour?
Correct.
The old man and Frau Celia just start fucking laughing.
What do you mean by fucking hour? How is an object an hour?
Yeah,
You know what?
it's
I
Okay, so
follow
now
this.
that you've asked that question, everyone roll for fascination, except for the two of you. No, the two of you are fine. Alright, everyone give me a lantern to sky roll.
I would roll lantern on the
Oh, man, I
basis
got
that
nothing on
I
Lantern,
simply do
guy.
not believe this. It does not align.
I mean, you don't need to explain. It's going to be a 2d6 roll either way. Like,
Why
you're
don't
just
you-
being presented with
Can I
information.
spend a reason to ignore this?
You can spend a reason to try to rationalize this.
Nice,
Yes.
Minty.
Wait, I just want to ask, why do we have to roll Lantern or
Okay,
something?
I spent
It might
one
be
reason.
because you're saving for fascination.
Oh, okay.
I rolled.
Yeah. Okay. So you spent a reason. Let me.
I already
deduct-
reduced it.
Okay. Yeah, you deducted that. And then Cappy, do you want to save or do you want to spend a reason? Also, the two of you can spend a reason if you don't want to save.
I don't want to spend a reason yet.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Also, this wasn't reset from last time, but
My dread.
everyone that didn't reset their resources from last time, they're reset now.
Does that include wounds?
No, not perils, just resources. I
Okay, so I
reset
get
the
my
perils.
reason.
Yeah. I have reset the perils that needed to be reset last session.
Gotcha.
They're ready, so everything's fine for this session. Everyone's,
I still have one dread.
Can I
yes, you still have one dread because
Okay,
the
so
dread
great.
is going. That dread is not going away anytime soon.
Okay, good.
Not even remotely. Yeah. So yeah, the three of you decided not to spend reason.
Yeah, I rolled already. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can take that back because I forgot to remind
Yeah,
people.
you're good. I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're rolling, and you're rolling. Okay. So Alex and Welshire and Gloria are fine. You get a fascination, Harfield.
Okay.
But my lord told me otherwise.
Successfully right. Did you already add the fascination?
I just added it.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so everyone else in the room is laughing at the insinuation that this random ass axe is actually an hour.
Okay, so you know what? The people who are laughing, I trust them more. That is my reasoning. I also think this is ridiculous.
Why don't we?
At this point, Frausilia interjects into the conversation. Come on now. If you were in the presence of an hour, you would all be either dead or gibbering madmen. This is just an effigy.
Oh, okay. That's what he means. Oh, wait. You have to roll again?
Yes.
He noticed it. I fucking blanked out.
All right, now I will use a reason.
I'll spend reason. I spend reason to reason that
Yeah!
they're talking in the abstract. That's
So
reasonable.
based. Max roll.
Yeah, no, everyone's fine. Yeah, it's a very interesting effigy. It's definitely influenced in some way, but I wouldn't. It's not like it's a direct hole into the Mansus or anything. Now, if I heard correctly, you need me to help you with one of your books. If one of your books is corrupted, we want to deal with that as soon as possible. We
That
don't
would
want
be
it to
me.
spread.
I'd
Yeah.
like to hand it over
Does
to
corruption
Frosty.
spread?
Oh yes, this infection is fungal. Well, this corruption is fungal, if we want to be technical.
So it spreads like spores?
Are you?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, dude, burn that backpack, like, now.
You've heard the best, yeah.
I hand it over to Frosty for disposal.
Just kind of looks at you and like carries it into the kitchen to throw it in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole bag and the book?
Well, no,
Yes.
just the.
Just
Presumably, you gave her just the bag.
Yeah, I gave her just the bag.
Yeah. Where are you putting all the stuff that was in the bag?
In my pockets.
Okay. Your pockets are probably kind of full with the 2 extra books.
Yeah.
So
Well, honestly,
you're not.
go
So
ahead.
that might cause problems if you're trying to do anything funny until you get a new bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new bag after this.
Yeah. So as for the book,
Oh damn! I still have sausage
you do still have the bread and sausage unless you ate it overnight.
and candles. I shouldn't have the hammer. The hammer, I'm pretty sure we left embedded in the guy's head.
The hammer was stuck in the dude's skull. Yes.
Oh god, I have to go buy another one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's the only problem.
I'll give you a sausage to cover your expenses.
Thank you, Alexander Welsh.
Yeah. So for the book, I'll think of his name again.
Oh wait, could I have used the fucking candles to help me with that wrong?
Davith, you mind if I just kind of root around in your kitchen for a while? I'm gonna need some stuff for this. And she, not waiting for an answer, she goes off into the kitchen with the book. She's gone for a while. You have enough. You're going to have plenty of time to continue your conversation.
So, out of character question for you. The books I got, are they in English and or Latin?
So now that you have time to inspect them, One of them is, in fact, the Gospel of Nicodemus, and it is in English.
Damn. That was
Um,
lucky.
Yeah.
But no, this is all part of the plan. This reaffirms my faith.
From the heretics.
Yes.
Let's see. The other one.
They can steal books.
Yeah, so the other one is some sort of book some sort of book that uses the same alphabet, but you don't recognize the language.
So is it Latin or no?
Do you think you would recognize Latin?
Would Latin have been taught in church schools at the time?
You didn't go to church school though.
Yes, I did.
Did you not
Yeah,
suddenly
almost
one
30.
day awaken and then suddenly decide I'm doing this? Isn't that?
Well, like presumably like in the middle or after church school.
Yes.
Yeah. He probably like this is from when he would be like 12. So yeah, you would probably recognize that this is in fact Latin
Okay.
and not like French or anything.
Cool. The recognition is sufficient.
Yeah. You don't exactly know what the title is or what it's about at a glance, though, unless you think you can read Latin.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with the other book.
Yeah. You can start reading. It's going to take you like multiple days to actually get through this book, though.
Fair enough.
Especially if you want to have any sort of understanding of anything but the most surface level knowledge in it.
Sure.
Divine the book without reading it.
Yeah. Of course.
Like, are you just gonna like try to absorb the knowledge directly right now?
Not like right now. I'm gonna let other people finish doing their things.
Yeah, sure. We'll get to that later then. Right, so the rest of the conversation, you were talking about hours or something. I don't know. What's up?
Oh yeah, Ghost, they cackled and said if you think this is an hour, we'd all be dead or madmen right now. That is not an hour.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be in this position because you would be dead or madmen by
Yeah.
going into that building. That was and then also, Frau Celia interjected and took the fucking radioactive ass book into the kitchen.
I was
Radioactive ass bag.
The bag is buried.
Oh, okay.
The bag is gone.
And
The
we're
bag
told
is
that-
gone. She took the book to go fix it.
Oh, yes.
Would the book also affect everything else in the bag, or what?
There-
I mean,
there's
not immediately.
There's a
He-
chance, but
Alright, well...
the
no
notion
offense
of
to-
Like, it's only been a day.
Oh, okay. Right, he did say the last one of the stone god from the sun is the horned axe. My bad, I got some of my notes confused. Yeah, it's the last temple of the god from sun,
You know what's even better?
the horned axe. So it's
I nod my head, just not knowing what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah.
Seeing as literally no one understood what you're saying, I don't think there's a fascination roll here. I think they just don't get it.
It was confusing for us as well, and I have to think about it some more.
Fascination in real life.
Yes.
Let's go. All right. Yeah.
So
But
how
yeah.
are we divvying the money?
Well, we have 10 in total,
Oh,
and
what are we
there's
using for?
6 of us.
Well,
Wait,
out of the
one,
two
two,
jobs, we took the one that took a bit more
5, 6,
physical effort.
1.
I, for one, don't think Seth should get any.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that. We'll split the 5. We'll split
Yeah,
the 5 or that. Me and
can
Listen,
still
we had to
survive.
listen to an old man ramble, and he gave us psychic damage the
You
entire
know what?
time.
That's fine. I wasn't there. That's a regular business.
He was a cool old
business
man. We should
interaction.
visit him again.
Take more psychic damage.
It was informative. You can take better notes next time. I'll come prepared with a notebook.
You have
I
a notebook
mean,
with you right here. We all have
our
one,
experience
actually.
was also very informative. Like, I learned that potatoes are actually excellent weapons.
And there's a lot of dead gods. We should figure out how to go back to the Mantis, like,
Wait,
All
now.
I'm,
why are-
all I'm
why are-
going to say is if I don't get my cut of the total, I'm not going to be a very fun team member.
Are you saying you need some poppy again?
I think Hearth, you did wonderful.
No,
I think you should get a good
1
portion
pound
of it.
alone is plenty for plenty poppy for a long time. But I had to deal with some bullshit.
I mean, you
I-
guys
How about
have
a pound and
fun.
a half? What's a pound and a half?
4 individuals, 5 pounds each. Wait,
individuals?
1 pound each. Yeah,
The thing
whatever.
is, I have my book, and I also have my food, and I even have some candlesticks. So,
What if I buy you
as a
another hammer?
as a pious man, I can forfeit my share.
All right, you're good. How about if I get you're fine with that? What if I buy you another hammer? Is that square?
You can buy a bag of hammers for a pound.
Let's go. Oh my god, he was like footlocked. He's the cleric. Anyway, so I guess since Minty's backing out, I guess we'll just split it between me and you, Harthu.
Sure.
How are you going to
You-
split the single
wait, hold on.
5-pound note?
I am here as well. This is my funds as well.
Surely you can pay £4 for a book and then get asked for change, and then get like a 6 pence, an 8 pence, like 2 halfpennies.
This is true.
You do also have to go, like, buy books with this money, yes.
Yes, we should probably go to the bookstore and see what we can get with the amount that we have.
Wait, hold on.
Books?
Wait, we still haven't. Okay, so how are we actually splitting the money?
We all figured it out.
No. We're pulling this in a party pool, bro. You are not this deciding.
They're no,
Okay.
Kane and Jonathan are splitting their share because it's their job. And they did that. Alexander Welsh didn't want any, so
Guess
and,
it's us three. All right.
Okay, so
3.
so
1 pound is
and then
1
we
half
have 2 people
crown,
who didn't
1
fuck up the job.
florin, and 1 sixpence. So 1 pound is 1 half crown, 1 florin, and 1 sixpence.
Yes, or 5
Right.
shillings.
Okay. Oh gosh, where's the conversion?
The conversion's awful.
Yeah, but I need it. Though,
I'm just
right
gonna
now.
put this in text chat. Here you go.
Alright,
Figure it
there
out.
you go. Wait, no. Okay, so it's 1 pence. We got 5 pence.
God, quarter farthings.
Sloth, can you help me with this? I'm terrible at math and gay.
Okay, we have how much? We have 5 pounds. That
1/2 sovereign is, or 1/2 sovereign is half a pound. So what ends up, so we would need to have 2 pounds and a half sovereign.
Yeah, so
I don't think a 5 pound note is a thing at this point, actually.
I think notes went all the way up to like 10 pounds at the extreme. Like this. Keep in mind, this isn't like paper money. This is an actual ass banknote.
Fair enough.
Oh, we can't split it yet.
Yeah, because like fucking like this is like the size of a postcard. It's standard issue. but it is but it's like an actual note that you have to take to the bank and redeem. You're probably not going to be able to pay with this.
Oh gosh. Alright, Jonathan, we need
This
your help one more time,
denomination, they
because we
didn't.
cannot go into bank at this time.
They had some paper money, but like this was the advent of paper money as the normal way to pay with this system. Because like the smallest paper money was I believe it was a half-pound note.
Yeah.
And that's like an insane amount like that, and like that was paper money because this in coins would be like a big sack. And it would just be heavy and impractical.
Yeah, because that's a lot for just the coinage of 1 pound.
Most people paid in coin. Still. It's not until I forget exactly when the system was simplified, but it's not until they simplified into pounds and pennies that they switched to modern paper money.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I read this graph entirely wrong. Wow, that's... Okay, the 1 pound is the entirety of that black bar. Okay.
Yes, the solid black bar, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so, Jonathan, we're gonna need you to redeem this 5 pound note and split it into 2. And then give 1 to me, and then give 1 to Arthur. Because we cannot go into a bank at this time.
You think that they would let me cash something like that?
This is true, and I don't really want to risk showing my face.
Yeah.
So it will be 2 pounds and 1/2 of sovereign. Or 2 half sovereigns. Well,
What
What
about
do you
him?
mean, well?
what about him?
I will warn you, if you do not give me this money, you are in for a bad time.
Let this serve as a lesson to not fuck up the business practice.
Serve as a lesson? I'll give you a fucking lesson.
Let me make something clear. This job was going smooth until you fucked it up.
Until Mr. fucking tried to hammer the
His
fucking
insane shenanigans did not screw the job, though.
thing. They did.
And he's already not getting paid.
That's because
So technically, following that logic of screwing it up, both parties should be paid, and only the people that didn't screw it up should be paid.
The next job that we do where you don't fuck it up, I'll give you a bonus.
No,
This is true,
We're
that's
not
fair.
working. I'm getting my money. It's final.
Cry about it.
All right, I'd like to stab you.
We're not having PvP in...
Yeah. At this point, Frau Celia comes back from the kitchen with the book. The book is bound in cloth. You're pretty sure there's some whack-ass writing on it. And it smells of, it's very pungent. It's got there's a lot of herbs in there with the book.
Is it turpentine? Is it turpentine?
I don't think that's a herb.
It could be. If you really want it to be.
I was never really a herb gal, so I don't know.
Yeah. So, okay, boys, here's your book. It should be safe to keep. Obviously, you are not going to be able to, sell it like this. Not that anyone would want to buy it. I don't think that I can remove the corruption. You would need an expert for that. But
It is contained for now?
but until then, it at least won't be contagious.
Okay.
I don't recommend opening or reading it. I don't want to risk trying this a second time.
I see. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure
Yeah.
that was a lot of work.
Oh, it's worth it to keep this our collection alive, or their collection alive, rather. Now, have you decided what books you're buying with that money?
We need the Mantis so badly.
So, the locksmith's dream it is then.
Yep.
You could probably buy more books than that.
Definitely, but that one is what we need first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much is the locksmith's dream?
I believe it was £2.
Out of character, it was £2.
Okay.
Can we just like buy a house?
In theory, yes, actually, but I don't know where or why or how.
No.
No, but we could rent it out and then reinvest.
Are you suggesting this in character?
Yes. This has...
No,
Alexander,
this is very not in character.
I don't
Alexander,
know.
what do you
I
mean?
thought so.
Yeah, sure.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
How close are you to home?
Yeah. Because keep out of character. Keep in mind, just pocketing the money and then just like spending it immediately on all of these books is not going to increase the amount of money that you have regularly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is like these are one-time payments. These are not going to influence your funds too much.
We
Yeah.
need the book.
You do, however, need the books.
Yeah, we need to pay like the mortgage or something.
Yeah.
Alright, so
back.
just need that one.
Yeah.
Locksmith's dream.
Actually, since the book is cured, can I sell my book?
It's not cured.
She just went through an explanation saying it's not cured, but it's not contagious right now.
As long as you don't open the package, it is not contagious. I don't recommend opening the package. She is not going to close it again.
It will not.
Listen,
Handling the book without these protections is very dangerous. You need a professional to cure it properly.
Yeah.
I meant so as when I cure it, I can sell it, right?
When you cure it, you will be able to sell it.
Or read it, whatever you want.
Or
can't-
read it and then sell it.
The
Yeah.
issue is, no, wait, I can't read it. I literally don't know.
Oh
the
yeah,
language.
no. After you cure it.
No, I'm saying I don't know the language. I mean, sure, but who the fuck is gonna speak gobbledygook around here and willing to teach it?
I don't know. Probably someone in a cult society somewhere who has read this book before. Like, damn, maybe somebody in there could read it.
Maybe you can just hire a translator and ask them to not pay attention to what they're reading.
True.
Don't. Just
Shit,
read
I
it.
need to actually give you that because this book is like I need to actually give you the address for all of these books.
Oh, okay.
Greek
We
shirt.
still haven't looked at the library inside here.
Yeah.
Way.
Well, I mean, some of you have, just not any of the people that were in the first tavern session.
Alright. I hand the $5 £5 note to Jonathan.
I have no reason to go to the bookstore because my readings are right here. So I'm probably just gonna hang out and start on my book. The English one, yes. This too is in character.
Okay, so Yeah. Also, to for the books that you can read, Cappy 108. The book you can pretty immediately tell is associated with scale,
I see.
like just by leafing through it a little bit.
I assume mine is associated with Lantern.
Yours is associated with Lantern.
Perfect.
Those are the only books that you have on hand for now. You have not actually or at least that's the only books that anyone can actually read. So
My lack of a book is associated with winter.
That would be very winter of it. Fuck. That is not in character because I don't think that word exists yet.
It is not.
it doesn't now.
Yeah.
Are we getting this like books added to our inventory?
So reading these books is going to take like a weekish
Alright.
in order to actually get anything useful from them.
Sure, but I assume it doesn't have to be contiguous.
It doesn't have to be contiguous.
Like, nobody sits down and just reads for 7 days straight.
Well, no, that's what
I
I'm
do.
saying. Like, you're going to, it's going to be 7-ish days, you're going to be reading it over the course of the next 7-ish days. And,
Might as well get started.
yeah, it is up to you whether or not you're doing anything else in those 7-ish days. It depends on how much there is to do. If you want to get into the Manses, you're kind of gonna have to just read them.
Yeah, I think Kane would just be like, we're reading. It's reading time.
Is it sound like reading time, I guess?
Well, I mean, you have to buy the book first.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, after
And only the people that actually read that book or the Longsmith's Dream are going to be able to go into the Manses.
Well,
Yippee!
clearly, you can just read aloud.
Well, yeah, you can in fact take turns reading it over the course of the 7 days. It's not going to take extra time.
Yeah, we should start a
just
book
take turns
club.
with it or something. You can take turns with it. You can have like a group reading session. I would say that if you actually, if like you're reading it and okay, so to go over the reading mechanics real quick.
Gonna be important.
So you need to have. So because this is happening over time, you're not making rolls for reading the books. You're just taking 10, or in this case, taking 3.5.
Wouldn't it be 3.5 times 2?
Yes, it would be 7, and each degree of advantage would give 3 and 4 alternating because we're rounding down. Yeah, well, because the average roll on this on the d6 is 3.5.
So we're rolling before we start?
No, you're not rolling at all. You're taking an average roll. Like the roll result is going to be 3.5 per die. By default, you get 2 dice, assuming you are proficient in the language. Like you can read English. Books have a DC. You either pass or you fail. If you have somebody that passes, or if you're reading together can pass the DC on their own, gives the group advantage for reading the book. So somebody who can read the book on their own can tutor it to other people by giving them advantage, if that's enough to actually read the book. So whoever is capable of reading the Locksmith's Dream is probably going to have to tutor the rest of the group in it, if you want to make it into the Manses.
I'm not gonna lie, this is probably going to suck for my character, because my character is just going to have Kane read it to him. Because my character can read at a first grade level.
Okay, that's really unfortunate and means that you have disadvantage until you get better reading skills. I mean,
Well,
I'm technically from a middle class family. Like me and you,
you
basically have,
you like as a soldier, you probably have like a normal reading level.
yeah, me too. Like, I'm just saying we do.
a normal level is not
Like,
first grade. It's like fourth or fifth grade.
like you can read Alice in Wonderland or something. Like that is
Yeah.
a normal reading level. We're not talking about like fucking, understanding the deeper themes of Ulysses type shit. That's going to be a more difficult skill check. But the basic ass reading, reading comprehension is probably enough.
So can I use any of the items that I have?
Um,
Because I have a rope that gives me 1 scale. I don't know how that works, but like, do I tie someone up before I read it?
No,
do I
you just-
tie someone and read it to them?
No, it's just an emotional support rope. You just kind of fidget with it while you read.
Like a Furby.
okay. So that's it. I'm happy you asked, and the answer is yes, but normal advantage and disadvantage rules apply when you're doing this. So if your explanation is good enough, you might even get advantage. Otherwise, you might get disadvantage because that's fucking stupid.
Alright. Okay.
There are there's two other big gotchas. Normal advantage disadvantage rules apply sort of, in that they apply for tools and they apply for wisdoms, but they don't apply for principles because for any given book, you have to read it with a certain principle. The book has a theme. The theme is immediately obvious for all of the books. And your ability, your school, like whether or not you can read it passively depends on your reading level in that language and your score in that principle. And then it's only other things that have normal advantage and disadvantage rules. With you can help to give each other advantages, but you can only help if you can read it normally. Or at least have read it. Yeah. So, for example, 108 is a scale book. You have to read it with scale. And then your level of and like how many 3.5s you get instead of your dice roll depends on your reading level in the language, as well as any other advantage or disadvantage. Yes.
Can you read the book with a compatible wisdom?
Yeah, no, I mentioned that earlier, like just now. So you can use wisdoms if the
Right.
wisdom is compatible, and normal explanation rules apply, and it'll give advantage or disadvantage. I'm going to say that for wisdoms, you get so I'm going to say that for wisdoms, you don't actually get to know if that was advantage or disadvantage until the roll resolves. Which, if you're reading it passively, like in the middle of adventuring or whatever, then you don't find out immediately. But if you were doing downtime and you're just reading for a week, then you can find out immediately if that week was well spent or not. But you can't just change. This is to prevent situations like you just decide against it because the result's going to be bad and it's going to waste a week. To that end, the other sort of extra rule to make this suck a bit less. If somebody has fully read the book, they can tutor it to you over the course of like a day or two, depending on the book. You don't have to spend the whole week prying secrets from it.
Okay.
Because otherwise, tutoring each other is just going to take like months, and it's going to suck. That said, you do still have to be good enough at the thing. For most early secrets, all of you are going to be good enough with tutoring. We'll see how that pans out later. Right. So, so the second book is.
Oh, hey guys. Did you, I sent you a playlist. Oh, guys, double checking. I just noticed that there's a skeleton walking across the fucking window.
Yeah. So while I'm making all of the book items, what's the plan? What are y'all doing?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could, do you want to head over there as a group and go buy the book, or can I just trust... Yeah, well, yeah, Minty's staying.
Minty's chilling. I think we should go get the books.
Can I trust you, Kane and Jonathan, to go get the book for us or whatever? You need to catch up
Sure.
on thing.
Didn't you also want a specific book?
I wanted a
I mean, I
book,
got-
Aeneid.
Well, yeah. Do you guys want books in particular? So let's just go together.
Yeah, okay, I'll go. I mean, it's near my house anyway, so I can go read this anyway after we're done.
I'd go as well.
Okay.
How with you?
Oh, what?
Do you want to come to the bookstore with us?
They don't have Poppy.
They do have books.
I'll take us out to a local cafe.
I scratch my ass while thinking. Sure.
Fantastic. Let's get a fucking move on. Let's get a move on. I mean, so let's get going. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a word.
Yep. All right. Did you go exchange the money first, or you just show up with your fucking money in banknotes?
Change?
I mean, it depends on how much you're going to be spending. Are you going to be spending an entire £5 plus change?
Ideally, well, we're gonna buy 2 books. At least.
Well, I mean, that depends on how many copies of that you want.
Yeah, why would we buy 3 copies of Locksmith's Dream? What are you so mean, you fucking asshole? Yeah.
Alright, we can stop by the bank on the way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you exchange your money. It's largely uneventful. You don't have that many problems with the law yet that, you're wanted and your posters are in streets or anything.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, so what books are you actually buying?
I wanted
Locksmith's
something
Dream.
about I don't know if she ever answered me. I don't remember. So I'll just ask again if she has any books on humans before, or the wheel or anything like that.
So, one second. Before you do that, and then I think somebody wanted Apollo and Marsyas.
Yes, that would be me.
Yeah, okay. And then so yeah, that's all of the books that people are asking about for now. Let me hand out the books. Yeah. So you get Gospel of Nicodemus. You get 108. So, have you actually taken time to skim the book that you got to get like a rough feel for what it's about? I know Minty's like actively reading it, so he just gets to know what it's about.
Yeah, it was told to me that it was a scale. So
Yeah, it's
I think
scale, and you skimmed it. Yeah, so
I skimmed a little bit.
yeah, so I gave you the book, and its description is a rough summary of what it's about. What it's about is Ava DeWolf discourses on the fifth history, and particularly on those who are said to have passed over from it, the Great Hooded Princes, not long who ascended under the Mother of Ants, but now under the Horned Axe.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh shit.
That's why they had it.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, so you are asking for a book that is, yeah, so y'all walk in, you ask about your books. I'm not gonna bother voice acting a shopping trip while I look for books. Paul and Marcius. Yeah. So you wanted the Locksmith's Dream, you wanted Apollo and Marcius, and I need to find a low enough level book of this. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, that's a good option. So yeah, and then after checking her records and consulting some of the books, Miss Moreland says that she does have a book about the cross and about our ancestors by Julian Cosley himself. That might be what you're interested in, but it will be £3, and then Apollo and Marcius will be another £2. So you're buying £7 total worth of books. Is that fine with you?
We only have at most 10.
So it's gonna be 7 for all those 3?
It is £7 for those 3 books.
And
Alright.
wait, how
it's
about
up to Kane and Jonathan. It's really
what
up to
about
you guys.
we got the locksmith one too?
You got the Locksmith's Dream, which is 2. You got Apollo and Marcius, which is 2. And the third book would be The Fallen Cross for Cappy, which is a £3 book.
Wow, I don't know anything else I need to read. I should look into books, but
You can
Well,
have
still-
my share of the cut.
the book that
Since
you
mine's
have
the most
is interesting, and I would also like to read it as well.
Yeah, I can share.
Yeah.
I hold
So-
up my hand.
Thank you.
Alright, we check on it.
Oh, that's what you were doing. Yeah, we'll shake.
Okay. Or are you fine just spending £7 on those books and then leaving 3 for whatever expenses, and to
Yeah.
split however many ways?
That seems fine to me.
Okay. Since you are getting a book out of this,
I'm fine
Yeah.
with that.
so yeah,
Darcy,
that's.
are you fine with that?
History.
I mean, Parthu's getting some of that £3 presumably, unless
Yeah.
you're going to distribute that some other way.
Are you? Do you want the £3? Like, you want to split that with Kane?
Since we decided I was getting £2.50 from our £5 reward, I would like my £2.50.
That's
You're gonna have it. There's 2 books here that I want, so I'm fine with that.
Alright, it's 2.5, and then that's 3, and that just one.
So you got half
that's
a pound
half
left.
pence left. Do you want the
Not
half a
pence.
pence, Kane?
It's not pence.
Or half a silver, whatever the. fuck it's
You have
called. Half a sovereign.
2 crowns.
2 crowns.
We can
Okay.
buy another lighter.
Yeah, you have 1 half sovereign, which is
Okay, well, you
2
have to
crowns.
look at the Sears catalog for that time. I believe. Oh shit. Okay, I have to look up because I only have the U.S. one.
Yeah. Needless to say, half a pound is enough money for all of you to sustain yourself for
Alright, well,
about as long as you want in order
mean,
to get
either
through
you
all
or
of these
Kane
books
can
if
have
that's what you're doing.
Jonathan has a kid, so he probably should have the half the pound. Or half a pound, yeah. There we go.
More books. Okay. So, and then you also get the Fallen Cross.
Oh no, Minty, why are you on RuneScape?
It was inevitable.
Minty's been on RuneScape this entire campaign so far.
Yeah, I
entire
just
session.
noticed. Are you on because like Varlamore?
No, I was doing agility laps like the entire time.
Yeah, it was very hypnotic.
Is this
Well-
like a new? Is this a new character?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, what's up? Nova, you said sloth?
Yeah, start doing agility courses.
I'm literally already at 75 agility. I don't need to do agility courses for like the next 1,500 levels generally across my account.
Go do it.
No. you
on
clearly need what's the next multiple of 6? 72, 78. You need to get a 78.
Agility shortcuts are no longer on intervals of 6 anymore. My character is just kind of biding time until I go over to the fucking thing. And I don't want to, like, split Dan's attention right now.
Yeah, no, it's. I'm just like making all of the books because we got like fucking 6 new items I have to make.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
What the fuck is this?
Do not play Farmer's Rally, I swear to fucking god.
I am not joining that.
Now you should.
Loading.
You should play it.
Oh my god, it's actual Farmville. I'm getting off this right
It's not.
now.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. It's super
It's
fun.
rude.
Don't you just love having 40 attack and 12 health?
So yeah. So who's holding on to the books? I'm guessing Jonathan's holding on to the Locksmith Supreme for now. Seth gets his Apollo book and also the cursed one. And Larry gets the funny cross book.
Yeah.
Can't wait to read the block picking.
do we start reading the lockpicking thing now, or can we do multiple books at once?
No, you can't do multiple books at once. It's good. It takes your full attention to actually understand any of this shit.
All right, so we have to do the locksmith first.
Yeah. So yeah. So nobody is anyone doing anything except reading for the next week?
I wouldn't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, like you have time during the day to do other things, but probably it's going to be maintaining your ability to feed yourself in some way.
Yeah,
Are we
who
meeting
needs-
up somewhere to read the locksmith dream?
You can probably just meet. You can probably just meet up in the speakeasy for now.
much to everyone else's dismay.
Don't
Crisscross
forget to read
applesauce.
very slowly and like constantly correct yourself.
Yeah, they are definitely not terribly thrilled, but they understand the struggle. They've been there. Everyone that's gone to the manses the normal way has been there.
Oh god, it's gonna make me set up 2FA, isn't it?
So, as you are all reading that, the book is a lantern book. So, and it's going to, let's see, who can actually read it individually?
I hope I can.
So, that's gonna be... Yeah, anyone that has at least one lantern can read it on their own. It's
Have
in
candles.
English, it's fine.
Oh, I have no lantern.
Correct.
Imagine being unilluminated.
Yeah. So,
Couldn't be me.
Such is the Nyctodromy.
yeah. So, y'all are like... But yeah, you are making some progress through it. It's going fine. Let me look up the actual contents of it instead of just the summary. So, yeah,
His ass loves the stronghold of security.
okay, so how do I do this? So the book is so for those of you that haven't, only Jonathan can actually read the description because it's in his pocket, but the general gist of it is a book by one Teresa Galmier, or Galmier, I'm not sure actually, and her examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of various artisans. There are parallels in the mystic dreams of carpenters, masons, other artisans who deal with constructions about the architecture of the world. There's
Which book is this again?
this is the Locksmith's Dream,
Gotcha.
A Light Through the Keyhole, the first volume of the series. It's some of these observations are a bit off color. Some of them seem completely inane. Some of them are you're pretty sure are just jokes. But amongst many of them, one of the topics that pops up repeatedly is the wood, the world's foundation, and the light that all of its trees reach for.
Can't believe the world is made of wood.
Yeah. And the big question is, what is this light that the wood reaches for? Is there a difference between light and capital L light? And the conclusion that she draws is that the key to dreams of the wood might be one of these questions, the one that isn't exactly real. In addition to that, from the from the descriptions of the dreams and the way that these people dream, you find you find that these dreams come when people go to sleep a particular way. There are several different several different common practices, like dressing in all white and sleeping in a bed that's all white in a room that's all white, or getting yourself dreams that happen after a snake bite. But the one that stands out to you most is sleeping on a bed which contains your own cut hair. Freshly cut.
My favorite.
A lock of your hair in your pillow is probably enough.
Why that?
You're not sure, but it seems to get people into the wood pretty reliably. Maybe there's some sort of symbolism to it. You just don't know.
Well, it's the easiest and probably the most accessible, cheapest.
Okay, but what if you're bald?
I guess your pubes count.
Alopecia means if you have alopecia, you probably need to find a different way in.
Okay, so if that's what we need to do.
So all of you. So because you are reading together, you get those of you that can't read it on your own get advantage. This auto passes you basically, and all of you get a secret, which I'm about to add to all of you. Which is one second, I'm gonna have to set this up. But yeah, so all of you get a secret associated with that way into the wood. You can use it to dream of the wood, and obviously you will also be able to use it to level up once I figure out which wisdoms it's associated with, and like which wisdoms you can assign it to. Hey, controls. Let's see. What does this work with?
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, let's see. It is. This is the version of the chart. So you can assign it to. Yeah. Okay.
So what's happening?
Yeah, I'm giving each of you the secret right now. The secret is able to be assigned to either Nyctogamy, Bosk, or Birdsong. And all of you have successfully gotten the secret.
What is Nyctogamy again?
It is the way to travel through. It is the ways to travel by night, which are not safe, but that is all the more reason to travel them.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna put the wisdoms in as soon as we tell you which one?
You can choose which of the 3 wisdoms you assigned it to.
Okay.
You can, yeah, it's all of you have it in your character sheets. You can click on, in your wisdom tab, you can click on the secret, and you can assign it to a wisdom, and then it'll update the scores. Keep in mind, this is also a level 1 secret, so it won't stack with your dream secret.
Oh man. I also don't know what wisdom I should pick.
I'm wondering why this shit.
And you can refer, I'll repost the chart, but you can refer to the chart, which principle you want to, which principle you want to increase with that assignment. Here in text.
How do I choose which principle here?
You don't. You just increase the principle. Actually, I don't know if you have the controls to increase the
I
principle.
don't think we can.
We
If
can
you
increase
do-
the principles.
you
We can't
can't?
increase the. We can increase the principles. We can't increase wisdoms.
Yeah, no, the wisdoms increase on their own when you assign it. They just don't stack if you assign it to the same wisdom because they're both level 1. So you need to you want to assign it to different ones, but
Okay.
you can increase or you can figure out which principle you're increasing with that.
Yep, I
Okay,
have increased the principal. The principal is up.
Knock is increased for me.
I am the singiest.
You said it was Nyctogamy, Bosk, and Birdsong?
Yep. I mean, it's the only options you have in your drop down.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
For what we can pick.
You can click on the thing and then select something in your drop down for which wisdom you're assigning to, and then it'll just update as long as it's a different one.
So if I chose like Bosk in this case, and I already have tier 1 of Bosk, would I be able to increase something else to
No,
tier
that
1?
it just wouldn't.
It just wouldn't do anything? Okay.
It just wouldn't do anything. I don't recommend doing that.
Or am I safe to leave here? Do we have anything else planned? Because I
I mean, that was the main thing. We got through the rest of it. You probably want to figure out what your next steps are.
I'm gonna
And
read my book for a week.
I am
Yeah.
going to read the book and engage in religion.
Are you going to do that before? Or so the real question is, are you going to, once you have this secret, are you going to dream immediately, or are you going to go to the dream later after you read one of the books?
After
I-
I read the book.
After.
Okay. Is that also what the rest of you are doing?
After, yeah, I mean, probably I'm gonna share with Laura in her book.
Okay.
Miss.
Yeah, so everyone's reading other books. Not that not all of you have other books, that's why I'm asking.
I mean, I need to go to the fucking homeless man.
Yeah. So your next thing is the homeless man. You don't have like books to read. Fucking yeah. The homeless man is gonna be like its own thing, so that's not happening today. Like, I mean, we can. It depends
No,
on if you're
it's
the only one that's going, or if like other people wanted to come. I don't know how many of you are actually interested in the homeless man. Yeah.
Assumedly, it will be enlightening for Bosk.
The homeless man failed to make any impression on me.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, you can read one of the books that the other people have, assuming they let you. So yeah, Laria has 2 books to read though. So which one would that be?
You want to read the book that's written in Undark. That's the book you want to read. You know, the luminous radium paint.
Yeah, you mean the one that they sealed?
Yeah, that's the
No.
book you want to read.
The Fallen Cross? I mean, Happy, can you read The Fallen Cross? It's your book.
well, the three of us are just gonna sit reading this silly book together. The same one as Laura is. I want to share with her. 'Cause I was
Laria
curious.
has 2 books, so I'm waiting on Happy to say which one he's reading.
I think Cappy is dead.
Dan, I think Nectron fuck
Nick taught.
Nictogamy
There you go.
Yeah.
would be a better pick than the Bosk for Kane, right?
I mean, that's up to you. Like, which one you can, at the very least, you can just look at the principles and see which one aligns more with what you're interested in principles lines if you don't remember what they're about. Besides that, it's up to you.
Yeah, both of them kind of have very similar things, and that's the question. Is hold on, look up.
Nicked these nuts.
I think that one makes more sense. The only one that I would be kind of interested in is in Scale. I think, and Scale and Rose. But I think. Oh, wait, I get Rose here, and I get Knock, Moth, Rose, and Moon, which I think line up better with his character. It doesn't stack, yeah. So
Okay, which principle are you increasing with that Nictogamy?
right, I have to pick a principal too.
Yeah.
I picked Birdsong and increased
Sky,
I only
think.
wait,
Sky.
I think
That's legal, correct?
Yes.
I think I'm going to increase.
Do I have the unnamed yet unnamed Latin book as one of my assets as well, or no?
Shit, right, yeah. So you have like you have like, you have the ability to read Latin. Would you say that that's like a normal reading level, or do you think you've like forgotten most of it?
Look, I want to do some character design with you on that at some point outside of this, because like we're getting into backstory stuff.
Yeah,
So I'll let you make that judgment.
yeah. Have you been reading? Have you? So how old is
But
your
let us
character?
assume that I can probably
You can make
read.
out the title, but the question
Yes.
is like, basically the question I'm asking: are you competent enough in Latin that you wouldn't have a 1 degree of disadvantage from reading a relatively complex book?
Let's figure that offline.
Yeah. But yes, the title of the book is Sunset Passages, and it is Forge.
Ooh, woo.
Yeah, going through the stuff that you are reading, I'll have to go through something. I'll figure out which secrets all of you are getting offline, because I have to discuss that with Bod. The lore
What
wise,
moth?
neat.
Right, I need a chisel for Guardians.
Going wide, having a jack of all trades energy.
I think moth.
It works.
The yearning, because I want to learn so badly.
Like a moth to a flame, or a glue trap, maybe. We shall see.
He loves Guardians of the Rift.
I do love Guardians of the Rift. Like, my previous character got, like, rune
Wait, do I have any
crafting
in
90.
Rose? I have 1 in Rose.
It's really efficient for rune crafting XP, and it's also a wonderful source of runes for fucking what's it called?
Well, my previous character was a group Iron Man character, so
Yeah, there
actually
you go.
being able to do magic was nice.
I'm debating, should I do moth or rose? Because rose
like
also.
being able to target farm like chaos and death runes. No way.
Blood runes
Eventually.
at 90, definitely.
I meant like on the usage part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I decided that I want 56 agility before I even start doing the mini game, so I can get the big rock.
Why did I set that? Why did I say that the value has to be smaller than 10 on that template? I need to fix that.
That was the wrong button. Is there anything left for this session?
I mean, I can go over the contents of the book minus the secret that you get from it.
No, that's whatever. That
Yeah.
can be like next.
I mean,
next time.
it would be offline otherwise.
Yeah.
So, because I have to go, I have to decide what the secret is with Bond, and then I have to go and and then all of the other people doing their reading. I have to go over with that. I'm just at this point. I'm basically just waiting for Kathy so I can say, so we can figure out what book the other 3 people are reading. And then Sloth's just like not reading, I guess.
What? Dude, okay.
I mean,
what
like,
You're going to be getting a secret from the homeless man.
Yes!
okay.
So, you don't you're not going to be falling behind if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, to be
Also
fair,
you also don't have the ability to read on your own.
yeah, I don't have the ability to read on my own, and 2, I'm not sure any of these books have anything that I really care about past the get into the fucking Mansis thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Heal?
so far, the books that people have that people actually understand the gist of there's a book about some worshippers of the horned axe that are from the fifth history, whatever the fuck that means. There is a heart-related retelling of the legend of the contest between Apollo and Marsyas as an opera, a tragedy even. It is written under some sort of pseudonym, so you have no idea who the author is. It's, generally a little bit mysterious, King in Yellow shit. You have The Fallen Cross, which is written by Julian Cosley, magus, immortal, and anarchist sometimes, who argues that the language the Carapace Cross used decayed to seed the lives of our ancestors, or whatever the fuck that means. The Gospel of Nicodemus, which is about an account of the works and experiences of the Shepherd Illuminate by one of his supposed companions. And the Sunset Passages, which I'm going to say that Minty has enough reading level to understand the general gist of, if not the actual contents, perfectly, which is just a collection of funerary prayers from the Church of the Unconquered Sun.
I shall recite these over the
Yeah.
bodies of my foes.
It also mentions that the Church of the Unconquered Sun schismed during the Intercalate when the sun was divided, and it has not survived as a significant force thereafter. So,
Yeah, I don't really think I have an interest in any of them. I mean, I guess I could just try to learn all of them for the sake of spreading out my baseline a lot, but
you could, but these are going to be all level 1 secrets that are going to be very narrowly applicable.
yeah.
So, if you think that don't think that you would read any of these, and you just wouldn't read any of them, especially considering you have to bother someone to get them to read them to you.
Yeah. I don't think that I would, my character would. Because the only reason my character even has an interest in the Little Locksmith's Dream was specifically getting back to the wood.
Yeah. Re-ended all of these. I think it's actually fine. Yeah, I think I fixed all of the things on all the books. We'll see.
Wait, let me see if I can. Wait. 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 Wait, let me see if I can.
Некоторые из них тянутся за тысячи километров отсюда. Они стараются днями, неделями, даже месяцами. Но почему? Некоторые ученые предполагают, что остров служит им базовым лагерем. Каждую ночь они отправляются на охоту в глубокие воды. А затем возвращаются кружить вокруг острова, скользя, то проносящимся мимо течения. Еще одна тайна. Как они находят свой путь сюда? Ответ, возможно, лежит на стыке геологии и биологии. Акулы соперничают с любой физической лабораторией за восприятие самых крохотных электрических эффектов, даже таких слабых, как 1 миллиардная вольта. Многие животные, от дельфинов до пчел, обладают подобной способностью. В широком носу акулы могут есть специальные органы, способные чувствовать электрические поля. Записывали как электрический сигнал своей жертвы, скалов и других, прячущихся в песке. И даже подергивали деликатно ударили сердце жертвы, излучает электрический импульс.
Alright, what happened? After we did
Yeah,
that
so
thing?
after the Locksmith's dream, a couple people have decided that they're just going to read books and not go directly into dreaming. So you've got like another week. Are you reading a book in that week, or what's up? This kills the cappy.
Sorry, I was eating.
Also, you got that's also after successfully reading The Locksmith's Dream Part 1, everyone got a secret, so you get to assign that to Wisdom.
I picked Moon.
Okay. If only not that you can assign it to Preservation, but if you could, it wouldn't stack.
Yeah, okay. I can only assign it to 3 things. 1 of 3 things, yeah. Okay. Where did everyone else go?
Still here.
Oh, since she's gone and
It's just saying.
one other person. Okay, never mind.
Но они влияют в другом. Так кто же или что же их создавал? Задачи как исследователей и
Yeah.
Are you just gonna put it into more both, or are you what are you busking?
My boss asking.
You have a few options as to what you like. You do have 2 books that you can pick from if you're going to be reading for the next week, though. So.
You want the Fallen Cross book, you don't want the other one?
So the Fallen Cross is a sky book, whereas 108 is a scale book.
Same for me.
Huh, I don't have any sky, so...
Yay, Jonathan and Kane borrow Laura's book. Yippee!
God.
Nerds.
Are you guys gonna kiss at the end?
Yeah. For reference, Cappy, the description of the Fallen Cross is that Julian Cosley, Magus, immortal and anarchist, argues that the language of the Carapace Cross, that through language, the Carapace Cross decayed to seed the lives of our ancestors. Whereas, 108 is about the fifth history, whatever the fuck that is. And the Horned Axe.
Histories, you say?
Good,
The fifth history.
I could stack Bosk with preservation and really do some funnies. Or
Would you say that's a secret history?
I could get Birdsong and then I'd be able to read the funny book you gave to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got a variety of options.
Does your funny book require birdsong?
Well, it's a sky. The other
It's
book
the
is
sky book.
yeah, it's a sky book.
Yeah, and if I put the wisdom I get into Birdsong, I'll be able to get Sky. But I kind of think I should keep Moth maxing.
Yeah. I'm going to say though that once the two of you start reading The Fallen Cross, you very quickly realize that neither of the two of you can actually make sense of what it's talking about, like, really. Because nobody in that group reading it can figure out what it actually means individually, nobody can assist anyone in figuring it out, so you just don't get it. You figure this out pretty quickly, so you have time to switch to the other book if you want.
You know what? I'm gonna take Birdsong and I'm gonna put a point into Moth again.
Nice. Just Moth maxing.
I want history.
I mean, not that you can read Latin, but the Minty has a Forge book. Why there's a Forge book in Latin that's just funerary rites of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, you don't know. But he has one.
Alright, so the book I'm going to be reading is I'm gonna read 108. I think I'll just read that.
Yeah.
Kane, do you want to read that with me? We can light candles and use rope. Yeah. Well, no, the rope helps with scale. Oh, well, I can't. I'm saying
She
it out of
ties it
character.
around her skull and really tight so all the blood stays up there.
I was personally thinking like using it like a prayer bead or something like that, and probably going somewhere to where it's really, really close to the dirt, in like a basement or something, and then
Just hold a old rock in your hand, you know.
an old rock. I was thinking about like how like a lot of there's unfinished basements, like going into one of those where it's just dirt on the ground and just fucking laying there and reading it. Not praying, reading with rope.
So you're just reading in the dirt, like fidgeting with a rope?
Yeah.
She has a little fidget toy. She's using it to help her focus.
Trying to get my the rhythm of my heart.
Did you manage to rope Kane into this?
Possibly. Do you want to go like like hang out in dirt with me?
Oh,
The
just correct
real
me.
difficult roleplay decisions.
It's not a it's not a a hard answer, Kane. Do you want to go like read this book in some dirt with me? Sync our heartbeats together?
Sure.
Ooh,
Can't-
whoa.
All right, this is what
Guess-
we're doing.
I guess we're
so
fiddling
you're
with a
in luck.
string in the
Even
dark.
Without the rope and dirt, Laria is able to read this book on her own, so you do actually get advantage and pass. No,
They didn't
What?
hurt.
they didn't hurt, and that's really all you can ask for.
I hope that she now starts believing that this rope is what is giving her the success.
That would be an interesting character
I
moment.
call him Ropey.
Him. Can't believe assign gender roles for rope.
Yeah. Okay, so. And so, do the two of you want me to go over what you read in the book now? You don't get the secret yet. You just get to find out what's in the book. I have to talk to Bod for the secret.
Sure, I want to know.
Yeah. 108. Where is that? Fucking.
Book were you reading again?
108.
108. Okay.
This one we can't actually read.
Yes. Yeah, so 108 is discourse on the fifth history on those who have passed over from it, the Great Hooded Princes,
Mm-hmm.
who are not long, that have ascended under the Mother of Ants, but now honor the Horned Axe, or at least that's what the author thinks. The Great Hooded Princes call their library the Tomb of Lies, and this has given rise to the tradition that the princes are habitual liars. Of course, truth flourishes when lies are slain, and the princes don't say that knowledge is power, but that power is knowledge.
Brain is so big now. This is getting my weird knowledge chub on.
Ava, the author, Ava de Wolf, has never actually visited the Tomb of Lies. But she notes that it is west of the Lion and north of Victory. It suggests that even though the princes are generally associated with India, their library might be even further east.
The United States.
I can't believe it's in Canada.
Holy shit.
There is definitely nothing between India and the United States of America.
Where else would it be? Fucking.
Really, that's the
You're right.
answer.
New Zealand.
I see.
Hey, Laura, what did that book say?
Hmm?
Wait, was Kane reading the book with her, or was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're reading the 108 after spectacularly failing to understand even the basic premises of what Cosley was saying.
Haha, because I forgot to rewatch the video and take notes because I was busy this week.
Yeah, you simply don't have enough Sky for the other book.
Okay.
In fact,
What does that
nobody,
mean? Can I
nobody
read
that
it?
you were reading, nobody that you were reading it with. Well, I mean, you can, but you're already reading the other book. Also, let
Damn.
me check if you actually can. No, you also do not have enough Sky to read it.
I only have 2 Sky.
Damn, I'm not ascended enough yet.
So did we succeed at reading 101?
You succeeded at reading 108.
Not the
Congratulations!
elevated one.
The two of you will get some sort of secret for that. I will figure out what that is with Bob later.
Based.
I will keep collecting the books and like making a tally of all the ones that I read.
Yeah, you probably should.
Okay.
Now, Minty, do you want the contents of your book while we're at it?
Sure.
Yeah, so the Gospel of Nicodemus is a gospel, an account of the works and experience of the Shepherd Illuminate by one of his supposed companions, Nicodemus. There is a dedication on the book which reads Inventori Lucas Soli Invicto Nuntio, or I would need Bond to actually read it because he actually does the Latin, which loosely translates as I am the herald of the sun unconquerable. This is a variation of the more usual Invicto Augusto, which is the declaration which united the Eastern and Western traditions of the Church Solar.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. I just forgot. I just need to double check that you actually can read that book. And you can. I don't have to like mind wipe anyone. What else? Right. Yeah. And then in this account, the shepherd illuminate, the virgin-born, warns of the sun's division, but promises its ultimate reunification in the second dawn through the ministry of Saint Ozolt.
This does not contradict my religion.
Yeah, some commentary added to this gospel mentions that Ozolt is actually an ink of power used by the librarians of the tree, but it is also venerated as a saint in some borderline heterodox solar traditions.
Okay.
So, you know, only slightly heretical.
Just a little bit, as a treat.
Just a little bit, but you know, who can keep track of all the saints? Like, really?
I mean, there's like, what, 1,700 of them?
I mean, there's a gamer saint now, like IRL.
Yes.
But yeah, and you know, if one of those saints happens to be a type of ink, then what can you do? Even if it is supposedly an ink of power used by the librarians of the tree, whoever the fuck they are.
They sound like serious people that do serious library things.
Yeah.
Do
Also,
we
you know,
agree
just-
with this statement, Kane?
Also,
Jonathan?
just, you know, like, just, you know, sun's divided.
Yeah, that makes sense. The church is divided.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'll be reunified, and this aligns with my beliefs.
I don't like how he's kind of cooking here.
Yeah, and and like your other book also talked about the sun's division during the intercalate, like in the fucking abstract of it.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, when the sun was, you know, it talks about how the Church of the Unconquered Sun schismed when the sun was divided.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so I'll figure out which secrets y'all get for this knowledge. The secrets are going to be I mean, we'll see. I'll have to talk to Bond about what the actual secrets are that you glean from successfully reading these. I am sure that they will be the most cursed things that you can handle. Because you spent a week figuring out this information from the book, you don't have to take fascination or dread or anything for it.
Yeah, because it's like gradual.
Yes.
Is that really how it works?
No, it's just that when it happened, it's already done by now.
Well, that and also, you know, fucking, you kind of like you're rationalizing the information as you read it, so you're like figuring it out as you go. However, on that note, Ghost and Nova, remember that book you read first and didn't understand, so you switched to another one? Or at
Yeah.
least one you switched to another one? Yeah, you did not understand that. I'm gonna need you to save for Fascination again.
I did not understand the second one?
No, the first one.
Oh.
Yeah. You are fascinated by the book that you just do not understand what he's saying.
Okay, that makes sense. I wish my brain was...
Actually, wait a second. No, this is Dread territory.
Okay! And I definitely won't try reading it again.
Well, what you're
Well,
dreading is...
If it transcends dread, do you just straight up take wounds? Do you like start taking health?
Well, no. It's just the information that the glimpses of information that you managed to get were kind of awful, and you don't want that.
I want
Like,
to...
You
want
are
to know more.
You're reading Julian Cosley's work, and he is
hurting me. He's beating me with hammers.
yeah. Wait, can Jonathan? You dread? Okay, yeah. You don't have any Grail or Rose. Okay. You're safe.
Alright, Kane.
And then yeah. Yeah, you're safe. You're good. You like read that shit and you're just like, man, that shit would have sucked if I understood any of it.
That would suck if I could read.
Probably shouldn't be reading this.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like you're reading, like you tried reading it for like a day or so maybe, and then you're just, or like on the first day, and you're just kind of reading it, and you're just like, man, this dude's talking about how like this dude is saying some fucked up shit about how language is the wound. Like, damn, I don't like that.
It's a good thing I can't read.
But what if I try again?
Well, I mean, you still don't understand it.
I need bigger knockers.
Well, it's Scotty.
Skyers.
I need bigger skyers. I need to peer into the sun more. Wait, no, it's lantern.
See, now you're getting it.
Yeah, I'm like a scientist. I spend the requisite 3 minutes a day staring directly into the sun.
That's not how that works.
I know it's long and thin, and there's 3 of
His
them.
book successfully, and his book is like not basic ass difficulty.
Fair enough, I suppose, then. You win this time, Alexander Welshire.
Yeah, so
Man,
the
he-
sun, it's
no,
long
he's
and thin,
starting
and there's
to-
3 of them.
Well, I mean,
And you might ask, what's between us and the sun? You might say bugs. Yes.
I actually hate this because this is some wiretap in the fucking setting shit. You can't keep getting away with this. It happens every time.
I like bugs.
Fucking. Like, we were literally just talking about the Sun's division, too.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's basically it. I have to go over some shit. I have to tell fucking I have to tell Singe what he read, and I have to talk to Bond about what all the secrets are. Real.
Alrighty.